My name is Dee Caffari. I'm a British sailor and I am the co-skipper for the famous project CIC. I am a true advocate for the ocean and empowering the next generation of sailors to come through and hopefully leaving the sport a little better than when I arrived. I fell in love with sailing because to me it's about the challenge of Mother Nature. No 2 days are ever the same and you're trying to harness her power and get the best out of the people around you and the vessel that you're sailing on. I changed careers from being a school teacher to being a professional sailor, and that transition found a new environment for me. And when I found that place out on the open ocean and dealing with Mother Nature, being in control, getting the best from myself and anything around me, I knew then that was my place that I should be. For me, sailing's biggest lesson has been resilience. I think it's been about being capable of more than you think you can, and I've even surprised myself at times. It gives you massive highs, massive lows, and your challenge is to try and keep a consistent level so you don't do the peaks and troughs. And finding that strength within has been a whole journey in itself. But now, I really take that forwards in everyday life. I think the times in my life that have had the biggest impact on me was the solo round the world trips, where with no one else to rely on, you really have to dig deep and you find out a lot about yourself. And I learned how to manage myself, and the lessons I've learned now I try and implement in the teams I join, because it was a steep learning curve, but it made a big difference. As a female in the world of sailing, absolutely I felt out of place, and it's led to a lot of times when I've had imposter syndrome, when I felt that I didn't deserve my place to be at the table. But it's about being true to yourself, having belief and leaning on the support network that's around. And the sport itself, in the 20 years that I've been sailing, has come leaps and bounds forwards. It's a very different place now than it was, and I hope I've been a small part of that change. I think for women in sailing today, it's a very different environment. There's a lot more role models doing exceptional things, so there's the inspiration there, and there's more pathways showing and guiding women how to get there, and there's a lot more support. It's a much more accepted and more inclusive environment, and I think that's the key thing. And so people have got the encouragement to try it and step out of their comfort zone and try and achieve something quite special. For me, the wave I want to create is one of inclusion, acceptance, and future-proof the sport and the planet that we live on. I want to encourage more women into the sport and leave it better than I found it. A younger woman that still thinks she needs permission, I would say absolutely no longer that is the case. Today is all about your time to shine. It's about stepping through the door and making yourself seen and focus on what you want to do. Don't wait for the invitation, make it happen yourself.